Hi, I'm Dr. Watkins.
Hi, Diana.
Interesting shoes.
Thanks. Daddy bought them.
Okay, I just wanted to begin by letting you know that everything you say in here will be considered confidential. I won't be sharing it with anyone outside of here unless you tell me that, unless you indicate that you are a threat to yourself or others, or if you indicate that there's ongoing child abuse or elder abuse. Yeah. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Then, since this is our first meeting, this might seem a little silly, but I have a few questions I want to get out of the way first. Bear with me, you know. What's your full name?
I'm Diana. And my last name is Johnson.
Okay. And what's your birthday?
11/11/83.
Okay. And do you know what time it is?
Yes, it's about 4:30.
Okay. Okay. Just real quick. Okay. Do me a favor and could you tell me what city and state we're in?
Fresno, California.
Okay. And do you know who the governor is?
I know it used to be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, that's acceptable. Could you spell world backwards for me?
D-L-R-O-W.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, like I said, I know those questions might seemed a little odd. Just trying to lay a little groundwork here. So could you tell me what brings you in today?
Well, they told me that I had to come. There was a little bit of an issue that was really silly that Daddy ended up having to feel like he needed to call the police, and they told me that I had to come and talk to somebody.
Okay. And could you tell me a little bit about what that incident was?
Well, it actually shouldn't have ever even happened. It was Mom, and she was throwing one of her temper tantrums. Daddy had bought me a new pair of earrings, my diamond earrings, and Mom gets jealous all the time, and so she wanted to take them back. She said that I didn't deserve them, but she's just jealous because, well, Daddy loves me more. And so she told me she was going to take them back, and I didn't want her to, so I told her that I was going to commit suicide if she did. Well, I told Daddy that if she took them back, I was going to commit suicide, and I was just joking. I was never going to do it. I would never actually hurt myself. But he took it as that he thought that I was going to hurt myself, and he said that it was for my own good. So he called the police, and they said that I needed to talk to somebody. It's really silly because I was just joking.
Okay, just to clarify then, in your past, when like you were a teenager or any time in the past, have you ever had any suicidal thoughts? Or thoughts of hurting yourself?
I've never actually thought about it. I mean, if there ever came a time when somebody was acting mean or it wasn't giving me what I want, I mean, I might tell them that I was going to, but I was never actually going to.
Okay. So obviously you did get to keep your earrings then?
I did get to keep my earrings.
Okay. Then, let me ask you about what's going on in your life right now. I mean, do you have a job?
No, Daddy doesn't make me work. I am in school. I'm getting my master's degree in business. But as long as I live at home, there's no reason for me to have a job, and Daddy buys me whatever I want.
Okay, so how's school going?
School's good. School's good. I mean, it gets busy, of course, and it's kind of stressful sometimes, but it's just school. It's good.
Okay, so how are your grades?
They're good. I get mostly A's and B's.
Okay. Okay. And have you ever gotten a bad grade in school?
No. There was one time I got a C, but no.
Okay. And how's your relationship with your father right now?
Good. It wasn't good for a minute because I was mad at him for calling the police, but it's good. he asked me to forgive him, and I'm his princess, so of course I did.
Okay. And just wanted to ask you a couple more questions. These ones are going to be about your past. Now, how's the relationship between your mother and your father been?
It's good. Mom thinks that he needs to spend time with her, but then she just takes the time away from me, and I like to be the center of his attention. He is my world and I'm his. So, it's good, but she thinks that I need to spend, less time with my dad, and she thinks that she deserves him more, but I'm Daddy's princess.
Okay. So, is that kind of how you always have been with your mom, or have you guys ever gotten along real well?
We get along, but she just has temper tantrums, and she thinks that, that the world has to be around her, and she always wants to be the center of attention when I'm the one that's perfect.
When you were growing up, did you ever have any problems with, did anybody ever physically or emotionally hurt you?
Oh, no.
Okay. And, okay, so you said you're not working,
No.
but your father pays for everything. Do you do a lot of shopping, or?
I do. I always have to have the best things and the newest trends. Of course, fall and spring when everything comes out. And both Mom and Dad work a lot, and they do pretty well for themselves. So we go and we get to see all of the fashion lines right away.
Okay. And have you ever had any, prior to the cops being called for the incident, have you ever had any legal troubles?
No, never. There was one time that I flashed a cop car, and I didn't know that the cop was in the car. I thought that it wasn't, not that it would have, I probably still would have done it. But he came up to me, and he was going to arrest me, but then he noticed how beautiful I was, and I flirted with them quite a bit, and they didn't arrest me. They just let us go, and they told us that we probably shouldn't be doing that.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about what you were thinking when right before you flashed the cop car?
I like to be the life of the party, and we were just joking around, and I was, making my friends laugh, and it was just fun, and we were just having a good time. I didn't mean anything by it.
Okay. But other than that, there haven't been any legal run-ins?
No.
Okay. How about anything you've been in trouble for that didn't end up getting the cops involved?
No, that was the only time that I've ever really been in trouble.
Okay, and do you currently use any sort of illegal substances?
No, not now. I did, my last boyfriend, he would ask me to do ecstasy with him when we first got together, and he said that it was a bonding experience, and I never really did in the past, and I just couldn't tell him no. I thought that for sure he was the one, and we had been dating, a whole 2 weeks, and so I thought for sure he was going to pop the question, and so I thought, I couldn't tell him no.
Okay, and but after that relationship ended, any alcohol?
No.
Okay, what about alcohol?
No, the occasional drink or two at a party, and have fun, but not excessive.
Okay, and what about smoking?
No, I tried it a few times in high school, and I have a hard time saying no, when my friends would offer it to me, but not a whole lot of my friends do, so it was just a time or two.
Okay, and so you said you've never seriously considered suicide, but have you had any times where you intentionally harmed yourself?
Oh, no, I would never hurt myself.
Okay. And so how would your how many close friends do you have?
Oh, I have a ton of friends. I get along with everybody almost, and I have many, many, many friends. I'm always the one to make people laugh, and I think that there's just so many great people, and I get along with a lot of people.
Okay. Do you have any people you really just don't get along with?
No. I usually, try to get along with everybody, and, if there's somebody who does something that I don't like, then, I might get upset, but no.
Okay. Well, when you say get upset, like, you just don't talk to them again, or?
Well, I guess it depends, there's times when, like my ex-boyfriend, he said he was going to call me at 10, and at 10:10, he said he still didn't get off work. Who does that? He said he was going to call me at 10. He needed to have called me at 10. And so that makes me upset, of course, but who wouldn't?
Okay. And, so let me ask you. So how would your friends describe you? What would they have to say about you?
I think that they would say that, I'm the life of the party. I'm always happy and telling jokes, and, I'm the one that always brought the boys to the party, and I'm very lively and outgoing.
Okay. And, those people who you're just not friends with anymore, who you had problems with, how do you think they describe you?
Well, they aren't necessarily, not my friends anymore. I might get upset with them, but we end up, being friends, of course.
Okay. And, let me just make sure here. Okay, so let me ask you, if someone bumped into you in a coffee shop and they caused you to spill a little bit of coffee on your pants, how would that make you feel?
It would make me feel very upset, because they really should understand that my clothes are very expensive, and they should watch what they're doing.
Okay, and what might you do in that situation?
I would probably tell them that they owe me a new pair of pants, and I would tell them that they made me very upset and that they need to watch what they're doing.
Okay. And, so tell me the last time you felt really happy.
The last time I felt really happy? Well, when Daddy bought me these diamond earrings, of course.
Okay. And how about the last time you were really angry?
Probably right after that, when Daddy called the police because he thought that I was going to commit suicide. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what you do for fun.
Well, I am in school, so I don't have as much time as in high school, but, I get together with friends. I always have my friends around, and I have a huge group of friends, and we just get together and hang out and go shopping and, just girl stuff.
Okay. And, how much time would you say you spend relaxing or having fun by yourself?
Not too much. I really like to have my friends around and like to, be outgoing and socialize, and I like to be around people.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your plans. You said you're getting your master's. What was that in?
In business.
In business? And what do you plan to do with that?
I haven't thought a whole lot about it. I love fashion, but, I like drama. I would love to be a movie star, but, right now I'm just, doing the whole business thing, and I'll be a businesswoman one day and do what I have to.
Okay. Then outside of work then, you said you wanted to do a little acting, was that what you said?
It would be fun, yeah.
Okay. So, what are your goals in life? Like, what's important to you to achieve in the future?
A husband who will spend money on me like Daddy does, and, just to have my friends and my money, and, I love diamonds, and, that's what my nickname is Dire Diamond, because that's what I'm worth.
Okay. And, okay. So you said you and your friends usually make up if there's a fight?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I'm always the one that gets along with everybody.
Okay. And so why don't we go ahead and talk just a little bit more about your history, like we started to earlier. So how long have you pretty much been the life of the party with your friends?
My whole life, I've always been the outgoing one. I'll do pretty much anything to get a good laugh.
Okay. Okay, so do you currently have a boyfriend?
I do. We've been together 3 weeks now. I think he's going to pop the question any day.
Okay. And did you know him before you guys started dating?
No. He was just a friend of a friend, and we, got to talking one day, and we've been out 6 times now.
Okay. And how old were you when you first started dating?
My first date, I was probably maybe 15.
Okay. And this might sound perhaps a little indelicate, but how old were you when you lost your virginity?
Probably about that. I think it was that year. I think I was 15.
Okay. And have you ever had multiple partners at the same time?
Not at the same time, no. There's been a time or two, when, I was with one person and, the next week or so we break up and, I'm with somebody right after that, but not at the same time.
Okay. Well, since you started dating when you were 15, what would you say is probably the longest period of time you've been without somebody that you were dating or seeing in your life?
I always have a boyfriend. I don't think, maybe a week or 2. I always just have so many guys in my life, and, if I'm not with one, then I find another one.
Okay. And what would you think is probably the longest relationship you've had?
One of my last relationships was a whole 6 months, and he ended up not calling me back one night, and so I got mad, and then he just told me that it wasn't going to work out because he didn't call me back.
And when you two then separated, did you keep in contact or anything?
Well, I called him, and I didn't understand why he was being so rude about the whole thing when it was him that didn't call me. He said he was going to call me, and then he said that he couldn't because his mom needed him or something. Seriously, I'm more important than his mother. But he just said that it wasn't going to work out, and yeah, I was mad, but I called him a couple times and moved on with my life and got a new boyfriend.
Okay. Did he give you any, other than, him not calling you, did he say anything about why it wouldn't work out?
He just said that I was really needy, and it just didn't make any sense, and that I, always had to be the center of attention. It's just stupid.
Okay. Well, tell me about a good memory with your mother.
A good memory. Well, last fall we went shopping and we bought like $5,000 in new handbags and jewelry, and I got a really cute pair of heels, and that was a lot of fun.
Okay. And do you what kind of car do you drive? Do you have a car?
I do. Daddy just bought me a 2011 BMW M3 convertible. It is so cute.
Okay. And did you have a car before that?
Yeah, of course. Daddy bought me my first car when I was 16. He bought me a Mercedes.
Okay. And have those cars all lasted until you get the next car?
Well, I was in an accident. I sideswiped a car a few months after I got the Mercedes, so he got me another car, and then that one lasted until I got my BMW.
Okay. And have you ever received any tickets, traffic violations?
Oh no. I've been pulled over a couple times